People with the call, you can go ahead one by one and introduce about yourself, like from where, what experience you have. Go ahead. Kishore, Harish, Vignesh. Anyone from here also join the call? None one, right? Fine. I think meantime these online people is coming to the unmute mode. See, how many of you have an understanding what exactly DevOps is? Please focus over here now. How many of you have an understanding what exactly DevOps is and why you have opted this career? What is the reason behind that? What is the reason behind opting DevOps as a career into the market? Please shut down your laptops as of now. What is the reason behind it? Why you chosen this career? Anyone? What was the reason? People from the fresher front, people from the experience front. What was the reason behind it? There should be some reason, right? Like someone might like coding, someone might not like coding. Someone may like cloud, someone may not like cloud. What was the reason behind it? Less coding. Okay, that is the one thing. Apart from that, what was the reason for getting into DevOps field? What do you think? Any one of you? Definitely when you are opted for the career, or I think most of you already completed Linux AWS classes also, right? We will be checking your knowledge also in between. So what leads you to think of that, okay, DevOps should be something which I should choose or opt for the IT? What is the reason behind it? Whenever someone is choosing DevOps as a career, the first mindset for any individual is that there is a less coding. There is a less coding. There is no prior experience required. This is the mindset generally people have. But in today's world, on reality, that is absolutely wrong. The explanation whoever is giving you that, okay, there is no coding is required, that is absolutely wrong. When you start getting into the ladder of a DevOps field, then definitely it should be a coding is required. It can be your shell, it can be your Python, it can be your Terraform, it can be any kind of coding, but it will be needed. If you target a cream level companies, when I say cream level companies, what exactly it means? One is service based company, one is product based company. How many of you understand the difference? How many of you understand the difference in IT organization? There are two type of companies, right? TCS is service based or product based. Wipro is service based or product based. Hmm? Product based. Which one? Wipro is product based. Flipkart is service based or product based. Amazon is product based or service based. So your vision should be where you should be go to the product based or service based. Why? What is the reason behind it? Okay. What else? Anyhow, in TCS also you will work directly under the company. Wipro also you will work. What else? The reason why you should always set up a bigger call into the IT firm, because the facilities what you get into the product based company is completely massive. Massive when I say, it means you will get a lot of benefits what you might not get into the service based organization. My 10 plus years of experience into product based organization. But when I say product based organization, it means it is a cream level. It means it is a cream level. So the competition will also be very high, right? The target is also very high. So in that particular front, you should be knowing it that how much preparation is needing for to crack that exam or to crack that interview. It is not like straightforward, whatever you are learning at a bookish level, you can able to do it, right? They will go till the core in any of the component. Let assume a very simple scenario, as you might have, most of you already completed the Linux and AWS classes. Let me tell, if an Ethernet is down, and you want to bring it up, where you will troubleshoot, how you will go, and how you will bring the Ethernet up. For an example, there is an Ethernet is down. Suddenly you find that, okay, network is not coming up. How you will bring it up, how you will fix it, and how you will troubleshoot. Your Linux classes, what you have completed on the same this topic is. Anyone, people over here, people over the call. Tell me. People over here, people over the call, without checking the Google, tell me how you are going to troubleshoot. People from fresher front, people from experience front. How you are going to do it. Okay. See, that is the reason I always say whatever you are learning, learn in a very detailed format. In the Linux box, whenever any server you have configured, for example, any virtual machine which you have created from the AWS EC2 instance, under there is a system etc network scripts is there. Under there, you will find one file ifcfg-ens192. Remember, whenever you are typing a command ifconfig or ipconfig, have you ever get a chance to read the IPs? Apart from IP, what exactly it is reading? Apart from that IP, there is a detail of your Ethernet is mentioned. And that Ethernet will give you a detail that, okay, whether your networks is accessible or not. In a real-time scenario, this is one of the important factor, right? So whenever you are typing any command in Linux, anywhere, there are multiple kind of a job role into this one in a field of DevOps. Which one is the top job role? Anyone? Which is the top job role into DevOps? Anyone? Which is the top position? How many positions are there as part of this job role? How many positions are there? What all positions are there? DevOps consultant, very good. What else? DevOps consultant is there. Cloud engineer is there. Cloud architect is there. Whoever phone is ringing, please mute your phone. Site reliability engineer is there. When I say site reliability engineer, it means the person who knows end-to-end flow. The person who know end-to-end things, how it is, right? So you should be knowing each and every aspect of the configuration of a product, how things are actually working. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something which can help you to think and motivate what next you have to take in your career. You just have to come over here and just have to type my name over here, DevOps with Ranji. Okay. If you see over here, there is a guy, the student trained by me. He cracked a massive package of 36 lakh per annum. Big number? Yes or no? Or it's a small number? 36 LP. Right? I already shown this thing to the morning for the AWS people because the momentum and motivation when I met to them, I find that there is nothing. They are like, okay, they are just learning it, but no one is knowing it, why they are learning it. About me, you can find everything on the website. That is another part. But the main momentum is that to be regular in the class, to be present over here the way you are present today, this should at least give you a mentality, a mental scope that, okay, why you should learn things, right? At a fresher level also, the last student, Shivang Bist, got 7 lakh package. Fresher level I'm talking about. He's there at LinkedIn. You can find it. You can even reach out to him also. DevOps is in coming 5 years. till AI is not fully revolutionized, till that it will be go at the massive level. Why? Because each of the companies were earlier at the on-prem level. There was one student in the morning, Mayur, I think. He got laid off from VMware. Why he got laid off? Because companies were moving completely. He got laid off from VMware. He moved from because why? The migration is going on very frequently from on-prem to cloud, right? So on that basis, the rapid growth of cloud have been increased in such a way that you will be seeing a different kind of a job opportunities into the market. But with the fresher level, to be very frank, chance will be 1, 2, 3, or 4. In count, I can say. You have to choose that count. Whatever opportunity comes, you have to crack in that shot only. Because market is fragile. Market is not that much aggressive the way it used to be. And you have to be clear, like hit the ball sixer only in single shot if you really want to crack it. Right? Now, coming to your technologies, what you have learned till now. You have learned Linux, you have learned AWS, right? You definitely learn NAT gateway. How many of you learn NAT gateway? In AWS classes, everyone, right? For an example, if I really want to use NAT gateway in my environment, which particular scenario this NAT gateway will work actually? The NAT gateway, heard it, right? In which particular scenario you have used NAT gateway in the component? Connected through? Okay. Let's say a scenario. If I put my NAT gateway on private subnet itself, does it work? Where should I put my NAT gateway then? Public. If I'm putting on a public subnet and I'm accessing all the IPs at the internet 000, don't you think that it will be a security risk? If I'm using a NAT gateway, you have used NAT gateway, and after that you mark it at 0000, right? You mark it at 000. People over the call. This question for you also. I hope everyone is able to hear me properly. If you put it as 000, you are again accessing the network. Again open the network. You are again exposing it. Don't you think there will be a security risk? Then how you will be mitigate the security risk? Because now already into the market, DevSecOps is there. Heard it anytime, anywhere, DevSecOps? Not heard it. No worries, I will tell you. But anyone have this answer? If I'm putting a 000, it means I'm keeping or making it as an internet gateway similar range, right? Highly chance I get impacted by any of the hacker, right? Any of the vulnerability. What is vulnerability? No worry, no need to think of as of now. Over there also, you can specify a set of range of IP, which you can use it towards the communication. That only going to protect you within a specific detection. For example, if I'm using my IP, if I'll just search what's my IP address, it is known to me only, right? Apart from that, any person will be knowing it. The answer will be no. Okay, one more thing. When you are putting 0.0.0.0, what exactly it means? In a backend, what is happening? How it is accessing from anywhere? If I put 000, from where it is accessing, how it is accessing, why it is accessing, what exactly it's mean, why it is like what exactly it is, what exactly that number indicates. Come on, guys, you just completed your classes. Open the ports for internet. If it opens the port for the internet, then port should be some specific range. Port can be 9001, 9092, 9093. But if you are putting at 000, you are giving the key to some another person. He is able to access from his home. Your key same can access by any other person. How that thing is happening? How that thing is happening into the cloud network? Or is it same also with the office networks also? Then how it is different in cloud? How it is different in cloud? You don't have to learn anything at the service level. No one is going to ask you at the service level. They will ask you how the implementation actually works. In a real-time scenario, in a real world, it is very simple to create EC2. It is very simple to create VPC. Anyway, you can itself learn. But do you really think if someone is giving you a 7 lakh package, does they expect this thing only from you, or they expect something different? Right? They expect something different, right? They expect something detailed knowledge. When I say 0.0.0.0, 4 range, octet. For an example, let's my IP is my IP. When I type what's my IP address, there should be some IP getting on the browser. It can be 197.24.31.61. That is my IP. When I found 000, it means any IP in the world can access this 0000. That exactly the real technical meaning. 000 means accessible to all the IPs. So whatever IPs you have with your range, whatever it is, you are able to reach to that server. That is the reason, for example, if someone have 10.71.41.31 IP, he is also able to reach to the EC2 instances. Similarly, if I'm having an IP of 5124.3161, I'm also able to range to that IP. That is the reason you are putting 00000 means around the globe, any IP which is available over there, I can access it and use it from any location. Wherever, if I choose or change to custom IP, a scenario again came. Let's say I don't want to use internet gateway, or I have used internet gateway, but internet gateway also I have set up one condition. I have set up one condition that instead of internet gateway, I will use my IP. Right? In EC2, while you are configuring, you definitely have learned about security groups, right? In a security group, while adding a bound rules, you have choose, if you choose my IP, what exactly it will do? When you choose my IP, whatever IP, I'll use it, which is for my system connected to this Wi-Fi network, that you have to pass into your security group. Once that you are using it, same thing which you are able to access over here, were you able to access it at home? Why? Router changes. Okay. If router changes, then what it is mean? And how that IP is getting generated? Hmm? Very good. If internet provider is providing the IP, how internet provider getting the IP? Hmm? That is the domain name service. How internet provider giving an IP? Some forget about agency. On technical part, naming convention, leave it. Whatever name should be. What exactly? What exactly the backend? What do you think as a software engineer? If you have to think and analyze at the backend front, what exactly this connection is? What exactly? And in that network also, is that a LAN network, WAN network, or MAN network? Let's think your BTech classes of your college days. It's a LAN network, WAN network, or MAN network. What kind of a network you are getting in this one? Hmm? What is that? So it is local, or it is worldwide, or it is metropolitan? What kind of a network it is? In a scenario, whenever you are using my IP, whichever range you are, whichever location you are, first part you have to curious or cautious about. For an example, I'm sitting right now in a Basin Technologies, Marathali, Kundanali Gate, sorry, in this location. It is connected with the provider, provided let's say ACT or Airtel is the provider. We are making a request to the ACT provider. ACT provider having a set of IPs range that is could be static, that could be dynamic, but most of the cases in a Wi-Fi, it will be static only. Let's say you have get an IP of a static. Once that static IP is available with you, that IP will make an internet connection with the bigger provider, which is the area-based network, where the hub, where the switches and routers have been plugged in. And that switches and plugins will be connected with the satellites from where directly the IP switch is getting allocated. So this is the complete chain you are getting it the IP. And on that basis only, you are using that particular IP into your system EC2 security groups to make it secure. So the recommendation always to use my IP rather than using any of the open IPs. Now you understand? You should not use anytime 0.0.0.0 IPs because it is a security threat. You itself giving an access to your account to anybody. He just need your keys, which is available, which you might have created, and you are spam. Understand this part or not before we proceed further. Understand why and where we use my IPs into the AWS security groups. For an example now you use my IP of this scenario. Now, if someone apart from you, let's say they both are friends, they both are using a common EC2 instances, they both have configured the my IP, which is the similar network. Now they both went to the home, okay? One is living in Marathali, let's say, one is living in the BTM layout. Two different location, right? Two different location, two different provider, IPs got changed. Now in that particular scenario, when they try to access the EC2 instances, now problem started. Now problem started. When he's trying to access, he's not able to do it. When he's trying to access, he's not able to do it. What will be the solution in this particular scenario? What will be the solution? What will be the solution in this particular scenario? How you are going to fix this one? For an example, two individuals sitting at two different locations and they want to access the EC2 instances, something which is working at Basin Technologies. When they went to home, one is BTM, one is Marathali, they are not able to access it. How they will resolve this issue? How they will resolve this issue? What's your thought process say on this scenario? Mr. Reddy, what do you think? How this scenario will work in this particular instance? How you are going to make it? How he can make it work? Anyone over the call? How? By using dynamic IP. What is that dynamic IP? Pallavi. Pallavi, or I am not able to read the name exactly. Divya. What is the dynamic IP you are referring? What else? What else? Access to their IPs. How they will get their IPs? Like what they have to pass? What they have to pass? What exactly at the Chrome level or at extension level, what they have to pass to get their IP? Let's assume one more scenario. Let's assume one more scenario where, let's say, Mr. Reddy have used his mobile network. He used his mobile network. He got some IP 10.91.31.42. Suddenly what happened? Some network issue happened and he left from home, and he's like, okay, I will come after 30 minutes and I will again try. Somehow with that IP, he was able to access it. Clear scenario, understand first. He used mobile data, like the way as of now internet is not working, so my hotspot is running right now. So similar way, this guy have used mobile data. He connected with the internet, and then he's working fine. Later he thought that okay, I'll go and come back. He just disabled firewall. Disable hotspot, disable internet. He come back. He again tried with the same network. He again opened the internet, again hotspot. This time it is not connecting. Why? Because then it should be in a case of Wi-Fi also. Then how there it is not happening? And how public IP is coming into the picture? How public IP? Anyhow, whatever you are accessing from the internet, that is public only. Definitely, whatever VPN you are using, that is a VPN provider. Is VPN provider can able to detect your exact location? Yes or no? What do you think? Is VPN provider, for example, you are using VPN in your mobile or in your systems. You find that okay, your location is US suddenly. You want to access something and you use VPN. But let's say you made some crime. Just a random example. No, you never made such things. You made a crime, okay? And suddenly the cyber force and police started investigation. And they said this problem that, okay, this guy used VPN. This guy used VPN and we are not able to detect the IP. Does provider will know your IP? Hmm? In what instance it will know? In what instance it will know? Exactly. Whenever you think that you are safe from the outer world, that is your assumption. Wrongly assumption. You are not at all safe in any place. Not you, like we are not safe at all at any place. The cyber thing is very, very crucial nowadays. Your VPN provider know your exact IP. Once he get the IP, he's able to get your location. He's able to detect from where you are accessing it. He's able to find out where exactly your server provider. From there, he will get your all the details, which is associated with your Aadhaar card or whatever identity card you have provided. That's the way cyber world work. The reason how I know it because I'm associated with the Department of Haryana Police Cyber Security. That way, these things work. Coming to back to the original question. How this thing work then? Coming to your back original question, then for an example, mobile network got suddenly changed. Then what was the reason happened? The reason in a case of mobile phones, in a mobile network, the IPs keep dramatically change. The reason because you have seen a lot of towers around you. Which tower is near to the mobile network, it is able to connect it. And that IP you will get detected. So you should not be very dependable onto the mobile network. You should be always use something a stable network over there, or you should be defined it. How to define it? That is a subnetting concept. I'm not sure whether it have been taught you guys into the Linux classes or no, but I will tell you how subnetting will work, right? For example, if I'm passing one parameter, till this part clear to everyone? Now you understand what is 0.0.0.0, what exactly your IP, what exactly custom IP. Okay, pretty much fine. Now let's assume one more thing, a scenario. Suddenly everything was going fine. Everything was till 2015, 16, everything was going fine. Okay, but suddenly what happened? That suddenly each organization started moving towards like DevOps or cloud. What was the major reason actually? Why they actually want to get into DevOps? What was the major reason? So are you saying that whatever they have invested till now, that is waste? Hmm. Hmm. So you're providing one thing, storage. Let's say if I want VM, then I have to go again and purchase hardware. Again, if I need router, again I have to go and pay. The biggest problem with the organization at 2016 or 2017, when we were in a form of transitioning toward technology. I think most of you in 2016 maybe some in school, some are in colleges, or in that place you might be having. In reality, from the 2016 or 15 itself, the technology have become very vast, right? So at that time front itself, there is a need get to know that, okay, for an example, a very simple scenario. Let us assume that I want to set up one organization, a mid-level organization. Let's say I say devs with Ranjit at the rate tech.com. I want to set up organization. I want 10 software engineers in my organization to work in, and they should be divided into day and night. That way I want them to work in. For them, I really need laptops. Once laptop is available, I definitely need servers. Okay. Once server is available, definitely I need storage. I definitely need router. I definitely need switches. I definitely need cables and everything. So to set up a mid-level company, I need at least a minimum investment of 1 to 5 crore to set up one mid-level company. Right. In that scenario, for example, if I have set up everything, I have set up everything. After that, there are negative chances that business will run. Yes or no? If someone is new to feature, new to business, highly chances are there he will or she will fail. Only luck will favor that he will get the advantage and he can able to do it. Similar scenario used to happen in the IT industries also. People came up with some idea, they got some business from somewhere, and then suddenly what happened when they tried to run the product, if it got failed, everything screwed up, and the entrepreneur or the CEO will be on the road. It is the biggest problem used to happen. Then from 2016, though prior, the history was prior, 2010 only things will be started, but 2016-17 things have been moved on. 2016 or 17, there is very popularity gained by the AWS cloud. A lot of popularity. AWS cloud came into the picture and they said that, okay, boss, you want to set up the infrastructure for your office. I will give you the network. What is your network in AWS? That is your VPC. I will give you a storage. What is storage? That is your S3. I will give you firewalls, switches, security group. Everything I will give you, you have to just provide me the rent, whatever you are using it. The investment which was going on at 1 to 5 crore, it came into lakhs. And when on top of it, they start making the products, it become more beneficial. And that's how the revolutionary things started. That's how the revolution of cloud, revolution of SaaS model came into the picture. How many of you heard about SaaS? Heard it or not? Hmm? Heard it, right? SaaS is basically a software as a service, which is also getting popular during this transitioning of things happen. I will talk to the technological term, which is your. I'm not sharing any PPT. I'm just explaining something. So the technology revolution happened at that level itself. Okay, and this revolution have bring the new opportunity for the people who are in the market. How many kind of a job roles are there into the market? How many kind of a job role there into the market? What all the job roles? While you are preparing for the interviews, so Shivangi, yes, we will start sharing it as this is the first class, right? So it's uh, it is like more over like number of students are over here, but yeah, from tomorrow onwards, you will be seeing on the screen also. Okay, just a brush up to how the things is going. Fine. Okay, so what kind of a job roles are there into IT industry? Like for example, now when you choose IT, you choose engineering. What kind of a job roles are there? How many of you know what all the job roles are? Hmm? 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 Production support. Hmm? BA. Okay. What else? Hmm? Okay. What else? There are n numbers of roles into the IT industries. Okay. Software developer, manual tester, automation tester, DevOps engineer, site reliability engineer, product managers, senior managers, database admin, Linux admin, cloud architect, cloud admins, n number. So it means if n number of job roles are there, n numbers of opportunities are there. The reason why to make you guys familiar with this thing, my job is also to come and just make you learn whatever it is available into the curriculum. But when you jump into the real world in a part of interview, everyone will be expecting that you should be knowing at least these kind of thing. The expectations nowadays is bit higher what you think of at the market level, right? The reason why already so many layoffs is going on, number of people already outside, competition is huge. When I say huge, means massive. People are going till 8 round and getting rejected. I'm talking about the experienced people. 8 round per round 2 hours. Walmart experience. Cisco 6 round, right? So you have to understand whatever you learn till college, that is just a theoretical part. I know very well what generally they teach in the colleges, right? In a real time scenario, the things is completely changed. The way you are answering on your Linux and AWS skill, it precisely shows that you have not attended the class very seriously, or you are not able to understand the things. You just completed the course, that's all. But do you really think that will help you to get a job? The answer is clearly no. I won't say to be better things, you will crack it. Not at all. I'm an interview panelist, not at all. You are not able to answer anything in a clear manner. You won't be able to crack any interview. To be upfront, to be true. Maybe it's harsh, but that is the real fact. So you have to tug yourself, you have to tie yourself and start preparing very hard from the beginning where you left it. I can guide you throughout the journey. The people who are experienced in this call, people who are 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 5+ years. For you guys, Kubernetes is one of the most important skill set. Your name, I forget what is it. Madan. Okay. People who are in experience range, Kubernetes and Docker is like a holy book for you to complete. That only way you can able to move from technical support to purely into engineering. And going later, you have to be into the programming also. I don't want to say any bluff things, any bluff stuff. In the market, purely Python is getting asked, right? The reason how I am knowing these all things, because I like very frequently give interviews, because I also way that learning is always should be there. I recently cracked Wipro as an organizer, as an senior site reliability engineer with a package of 67 LP. But I didn't join it because I have a goal to get into product knowledge. Right? But when I see this much numbers, this much things, it means it is already things are there into the market. I will give you the best interview questions which you never ever find anywhere into the Google also for your preparation. But you can only able to understand the things at that level when you are able to know what exactly you have learned till now. right? Apart from that, you will not able to do it. So you have to line by line mark those questions that, okay, what exactly I have provided you. I will give you the notes also, handwritten notes. That is my notes. This is the complete notebook which you are seeing it. It having all the notes available. This is my handwritten only. You can use these notes also. I will provide you soft copies also when this session is about to close. And I'll provide you the guidance how you can prepare your resume and how you can do it. So that way you have to prepare your journey, but you have to break the things in bit and pieces. If you are preparing for Linux, you should be very upfront that, okay, what exactly you are learning into the Linux. Got it? Let's say one scenario more on the Linux front itself. You have a number of ports available. You find that some of the port is not able to configure it. Let's say you are deploying one application over there, and let's say you are using 531 port. 531 is a port, and that port, whenever you are configuring it, it is stating that this port is occupied. This port is occupied. Now you want to use this particular port. In which particular scenario or how you will use that particular port if it is already occupied? What exactly you are going to do in that particular scenario? For an example, Linux you are using and a product have been deployed. That product which you want to use it, the port which you want to use it is 531. But every time you are telling that this port is already getting used. Now you want this port only because your administrator have allocate you this port only to use it. Apart from that, you are not using. Whenever you are reaching to administrator, he is telling that, boss, I already provided it. This is your job. I am not knowing it. I'm not going to troubleshoot you. So how you will fix that thing? How you are going to fix it? Or how you will figure it out? Who was the trainer for Linux? Trainer for Linux. Who was the trainer? Hmm? Agarwal. Okay. And for AWS? Hmm? Which one? Abhishek. Okay. So how you are going to troubleshoot in that particular scenario? Okay. Before getting to that thing also, let's say when you are getting an error, what is your first thing to troubleshoot? What you will check? The first thing you are going to check that any other application is running or not on that particular server. Yes. First thing you are going to check any other product have been configured over there or not. So when you find out that product is installed, you find out product is running also. Now, how you will find the product is installed in which form? Okay. For an example, this is a window box, right? This is a window box. So this window box having some of the products running into the backend and some of I will click and then make it run, right? So what exactly it means? What exactly this format called it? What exactly this format called it? For example, power off button is there. I clicked on it. Suddenly I open my laptop and let's say Skype open. Why suddenly Skype open? I have not clicked it, but it directly opened over there. Though I have, let's say one game is installed over there, any game, let's say any cricket game is there. Until and unless I have not clicked it, I am not able to start it. Why? Hmm? Let's say Skype might be enabled. But what happened in case of Linux then? If same thing install over there it is not getting started. You guys have to work What was that? You guys have to really work on your fundamentals, what you have learned in law. Very much high. In Linux or in Windows, please maintain silence. In Linux and Windows, the device configuration happened at two ways. One is service-based configuration, and one is standalone-based configuration. In system, this is your system. When you type services over here, when you click services over here, what exactly it happens? What exactly it happened? There are few of the services are automatically running. This is the service based installation in your system. Another installation is your standalone based installation. Means you intentionally go click and start the system. Let's say you want to play cricket, San Andreas, or whatever game it is, and you have to go and start it. Similarly, way in Linux also you have to configure your devices in a two format. One is the service, another is the standalone installation. Now what will happen when service standalone is running? Let's say, right, in Windows there are also many device drivers, folders are there, sorry, and you are not knowing the location where exactly it is running. Similarly, way in Linux also there are multiple directories. Were you able to find where is that particular application is available? Highly chances you can find with find command or any grep command, but it is time consuming. But if the product is configured with the service-based installation, you have to just go into etc init.d and you can able to list the services. Once you list the services like the way it is showing it, you can make the service stop. You can find it that there is some application is running which is using the particular port. But here is also one gap. How you will know that this application is using that particular port? Because you will be find first the installation location, then you will be getting into the logs, then you are writing a command tail -f agent.log, and once the logs will appear here, it will be mentioned 531 port is getting used. And when you find that okay, port is getting used by this application and I don't want this application to be used, I again go back to etc init.d, make the application stop. Once the application stopped, port released, right? Once the port released, after that, I was able to configure the application successfully. That's the way you have to understand how actually Linux works. Linux is not about the commands. Please remove this thought process from your minds. It's not about the command. It is the way how you troubleshoot the product, which is installed into that Linux environment. That is actually Linux is all about. Got it? Understand, or still you want me to make again the understand? Please be vocal, not an issue. If you did not understand, I'll again make you explain. Let's say, okay. For an example, there is an application, there is a Linux box, right? Let's say EC2 instance, and Red Hat you have chosen, fine. In Red Hat, you have installed your TL, let's say team lead, have provided the binary for Flipkart to install it. Okay. 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 In binary, for example, if I'll get a binary for Flipkart, what should be the format in Linux? If I'm deploying an application in Linux, what should be the format of file of installation file? Hmm? Dot. Okay, good. One format is .tar. What else? .dat. Good. Good. What else? Okay, fine. That is also manageable. What else? Very good. What else? The major one, which is no need to untar, no need to unzip, no need to undeb. What else? Format. Hmm? Dot? No. HTML will be your web base, right? What else? Like in Windows, we have .exe file. You click on next, installation done. So what is there into this format? In this one, it is your .sh files. Remember, .sh files. So once you have the file available, .sh means now, for example, now binary is available at the web browser. Let's say it is available on www.google.com. Now you want to copy the file from there to here. You have to copy the file. Please be focused. I am again asking one more question. You have to copy the file from there to here. Now what you will do? What is the command you will use? How you are going to copy the binary from there to here? Some repo is available. This repo concept will come into Git also in your Artifactory, or when you are talking about Kubernetes at that front also, it is going to come in. So at that front, what is the command you are going to use it? SCP command is copying from the server, but copying from the two virtual server. But now you want to copy it from the Chrome browser. Understand the query first. Copy from the Chrome browser to your virtual server. One is curl. Curl will again give you the access, but now you want to copy it. Directly you want to copy it. What else? Correct. wget command you are going to give. Now for an example, wget command you have provided the hyperlink also. Till this common scenarios you have seen. Now, suddenly it is throwing me that certificate error. You are not able to download it. wget hyperlink, you are doing the similar way, but now it is showing me certificate error. You are bound to download that file. In that particular scenario, how you are going to download that file now? People over the call, what happened? You guys have also completed the classes, right? Why nothing is coming from there? What happened, people over the call? Please re-listen the question. When you are trying to copy any file from Chrome browser to your virtual machine, you are using wget command. In one server, you are able to download it very purely. But in another server, when you are trying to copy it, it is failing. What is the reason why it is failing over there? What is the reason behind it? From the girl's front, what is the reason? Why it is failing over there? What could be the reason, and how you can able to solve this issue? People over call, anyone? Whenever you are trying to download anything from the server, what will happen? It automatically copy a certificate in your server itself. That server will match to the thing. Very layman example. In some of the website, when you do like https www.facebook.com, when you click it, what is happened? It asks that warning. Warning is there. When you click on accept that certificate, what exactly happened into the backend? It actually saved the certificate into the trusted certificate of your browser. Once they both authenticated, then only you are proceeding further, right? So in similar scenario, for example, if I want to do in a server like cloud, and I want to do it, like for example, I don't want to copy the certificate of Flipkart application. I just want application. Then what I should do? In that particular scenario, you should be passing wget. Remember this thing. Maybe in a mock interview, definitely if I will be taking it, I will definitely ask you this kind of questions. wget hyperlink hyphen no check hyphen certificate. It will bypass the certificate. And now you are able to configure or able to download the application into this thing, this environment. Till this part clear, everyone? Clear? Now. Now I have an application available. Now coming back to the original question, how to configure it as a service-based or standalone based configuration. So again, there is a ladder. Now you have file is available over there, and now you want to install it. So file is sh, and this file is not a read and write permissional file. Now you want to give the permissions. So what you are going to give, what you are going to do it? Ch. Okay. What else? Ch mode complete. Hmm? Ch mode plus x. What is the value of plus x? What is the value? What is the value of that plus x which you are passing? If you are passing 777, what is the value of x, w, and r in this scenario? Again, you are getting. Yeah, I'll come to you. He's telling correct. Again, you guys are getting to the another level. I asked like when r, w, and x is there, what is the value? Go ahead now. You go ahead. Hmm. 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 Exactly. In that particular level, RWX is actually working it. When you give CH mode 777, 17 is R, which you have given, 17 is W for write, and 1 is for execute. That is CH mode 777, and the file you are giving it means read, write, executable permission you are giving to that particular binary. Understand this part? I can only give it as read write permission also. I can give it as read execute. In background, by using mathematics, you can calculate what permission you want to do it. If it is 655, if it is 400, you have to remember the theoretical concept, what exactly it is getting used. Now, now you have given the full set of permission. You have defined the permissions over there, and now you started execution. Your configuration is done. Now, for example, there is a location came in. It asks you, you want to install as a service or you want to install as a standalone. I would pick up that I want to install it as a service. Okay. When I choose service, what exactly it means? It means something which need to be run into the backend. When you are working into the organization, you should not be having a dependency that every individual come and go and dot start the application. Have you ever want this thing? Right? For example, when you run scans, our scan, anything in your system, are you going and clicking again and again scan, or it automatically run into the backend? It automatically run, right? Into your systems. So that is called a service-based configuration into the Linux-based environment, where you have to run everything into the backend. And whereas standalone is running it, then it means I should be maybe I'll pass dot slash basin space start. Means intentionally I was going it and doing the configuration, right? So that way you have to understand it. Clear? In this particular scenario, if there will be any issue will come, then first part is that you have to find the log location. In any interview, MADS Lab, heard about this company? MADS Lab, anyone heard it, this company? Okay, this is a product-based organization again. For 5 years of experience, this question I've asked. For example, if some issue came into your application, which is running on the Linux-based environment, you want to troubleshoot it, and that application is running on service, how you are going to debug it? So now you have the best answer with you, that I will be checking at which port my services is running. Once I get to know, I will try to figure out the location of my logs, where logs are running. I will go over there. I will use a command tail-f agent.log or server.log or service.log. Logs will be getting to be printed at my front. Once logs will be available, I'm able to detect the issue, and then I will be routing toward the problem statement, what I'm getting it, and hence I can able to fix it. And with the help of Google, I will try to figure out if some jar issue or compatibility issue or code problem issue is there. On that basis, I'll make it. If it is service based, I should be giving a name. Let's say Basin underscore Ranjit for an example. So I should just passing a command service space basant underscore Ranjit space status. So it will list me what exactly the service is state now, and where I can found the service detail /etc /init.d. Every service is running over there. Clear, right? Problem statement clear? Clear on that front? Fine. So this is just an introductory part. Okay. Your classes will be same heavy as this way. Please always carry your laptops and notebooks. Anytime I will ask you to note down the thing. Sometimes we will do on the screens also. Okay. Assignments will be there. You have to complete it. Okay. These assignments will be going to help you in your real-time interviews also. Okay. And for sure you will get a job. That is not a difficult part. You have to just follow what exactly I am telling you. Right? Please be very regular into the classes. Don't miss it. Right? Because once class is gone, it is very difficult to understand. Here, I can make your doubts clear. After reaching home, I have also, apart from Basin, there are multiple organizations associated. I'm working with my own organization. So out of 24 hours, I will be occupied for 14 hours. So very difficult for me to revert back on the chats and all. So whatever time is here, please utilize it. Use it in a proper way. Whatever your doubt is there, please bring it and I will try to resolve. Fine. Before letting you go out, I have asked similar question in the morning batch also. What's your expectation from this class? I generally ask this question because I truly believe if someone is putting a money into institutes, definitely they should be well benefited, right? So what's your expectations from this particular class and what do you want at the end from here? I don't know how many of have interacted in this way with you guys, right? But generally this is my way to teach people, and that's the reason I was able to get bigger numbers from my students to do, and they are well doing in their careers also. Right? Any further things anyone have? The people who are completely thinking as a blank, please rewatch this session, reheard it, okay? Try to accommodate whatever I have discussed now and try to see where as of now you are standing. This is your judgment only can help you to get into the job. I'm not someone who can like judge you. You itself is the best judge. That okay, are you ready for the interview or not? Purely fine, right? The mainly important thing is that please be very active and very attentive into the class. Okay. Fine. People over the call, anyone have anything over there? Fine. I think over the call there is no queries. So we are winding up. We'll meet tomorrow.